how much more can he get? If he can get $1 million here, maybe he can get 20 million and 30 million. And I think it's interesting, too, that with no restraint.
Martin Scorsese is a film director, producer, and screenwriter based in Los Angeles, California. He's won numerous awards, including an Academy Award, 3 Primetime Emmys, a Grammy, 4 British Academy Film Awards, 3 Golden Globes, and 2 Directors Guild of America Awards. Scorsese has earned numerous awards, including the 1997 AFI Life Achievement Award, the 2007 Kennedy Center Honor, and the 2012 BAFTA Fellowship. The Library of Congress has entered 5 of his works into the National Film Registry as culturally, historically, or aesthetically important. Scorsese graduated with a master's degree in 1968 from New York University's Steinhardt School of Culture, Education, and Human Development. Who's That Knocking at My Door? His directorial debut was selected for the Chicago Film Festival.
Power. I wonder, I wonder if it's a story about something that's dark in all of us.
If you enjoy these videos, please remember to hit the like button, as it does help us out a lot. And comment below who your favorite celebrity is that you'd love to see in an upcoming video. His full name is Martin Charles Scorsese, but he's also known as Martin. He was born November 17, 1942 in New York City, making him 79 at the time of this production. He stands at 5 feet 4 inches tall. Scorsese's an encyclopedia when it comes to cinema. His erudition is equal parts scholarly, equal parts jaw-droppingly obsessive. The 74-year-old's wisdom on the history, theory, and production of film is second to no one in the industry. For him, it is most sensei-like. See his 85 films you need to see to know anything about film, or A Personal Journey with Martin Scorsese Through American Movies, a 225-minute documentary on everything you could possibly ever need to know about cinema in the U.S., and then some. Much of Scorsese's work is a direct response to the relationship with a multifaceted nature of faith and belief. Young Marty had planned to become a priest before pursuing a career in film. Though his fascination with divinity was never usurped, instead it became an integral part of his cinematic canon, with Scorsese using his relationship with Catholicism as a vessel to explore themes such as guilt, repentance, masculinity, and power. Silence being the most recent example. "My whole life has been movies and religion. That's it, nothing else," he once quipped. Scorsese was recovering in the hospital from drug addiction when a young Robert De Niro finally convinced him to tell the story of boxer Jake LaMotta. The result is a grueling, bloody case study, a visceral epic that bubbles with rage, regret, and feral emotion, for which many consider to be De Niro's finest hour. The real star, however, comes in the form of an 18-year-old Kathy Moriarty, who goes toe-to-toe with her co-star as LaMotta's wife, Vicky. Scorsese's been married a total of 5 times. He married his first wife, Lorraine Marie Brennan, in 1965, and they divorced in 1971. They have 1 daughter together. He married his second wife, Julia Cameron, in 1976, and the relationship ended a year later. They have 1 daughter together. He was married to his third wife, Isabella Rossellini, from 1979 to 1983. He was then married to his fourth wife, Barbara DeFina, from 1985 to 1991. In 1999, he married his current spouse, Helen Schermerhorn Morris, and they have a daughter together.
Frankly as possible, so that it wouldn't be a matter of making comments on him and his bad behavior, but actually putting the audience into the mindset.
Martin Charles Scorsese was born in New York City. More specifically, he was born in Flushing, Queens. His family then moved to Little Italy in Manhattan. His father, Charles Scorsese, was a clothes presser and actor, and his mother, Catherine Scorsese, was a seamstress and actress. His parents are both of Italian descent. As a child, Scorsese suffered from severe asthma, and as a result was unable to participate in sports and many other activities. Instead, he spent his time watching films, and his parents or older brother would frequently take him to movie theaters. Martin's success as a filmmaker may have never happened if it were not for his childhood illness. He later described his growing passion for film and the larger amounts of time he could dedicate to watching movies as an unintentional film school. He attended Cardinal Hayes High School in the Bronx and also attended a preparatory seminary. However, he failed out of the seminary after only 1 year. Abandoning his desire to become a priest, Scorsese instead enrolled in Washington Square College, now the College of Arts and Science at New York University, and graduated with a Bachelor of Arts degree in English in 1964. He then continued his education at graduate school and graduated in 1968 with an MFA in film from NYU's School of the Arts, now called the Tisch School of the Arts. While earning his MFA, he shot short films like What's a Nice Girl Like You Doing in a Place Like This? And The Big Shave. His first feature-length film was Who's That Knocking at My Door?, starring his fellow NYU students, Harvey Keitel and Thelma Shoemaker. Through a combination of his passion for film and his experience of growing up on the rough New York streets, Scorsese was inspired to direct his breakthrough feature, Mean Streets, which became the first of many collaborations with actor Robert De Niro. After the success of Mean Streets, Martin now had the money he needed to film Taxi Driver, a project which was difficult to get off the ground, but which became a surprising box office success and ended up being nominated for several Oscars. Throughout the 1970s and 80s, Scorsese made a name for himself directing more gritty, hard-hitting films. Notable films from this period include Taxi Driver and Raging Bull, both which star Robert De Niro. Taxi Driver established him as a movie legend and won the Palme d'Or at the Cannes Film Festival and was nominated for 4 Oscars. Raging Bull was based on the life of boxer Jake LaMotta and received 8 Oscar nominations. Additionally, during this period, he made and released his first mainstream film, The Color of Money, which was the sequel to Robert Rossen's 1961 film, The Hustler.
And before you, that's the confidence man, so to speak. It's an old ploy. They used to call it the confidence game. They take your trust.
American film director, screenwriter, producer, actor, and film historian Martin Scorsese has an estimated net worth of $70 million. His films about mobsters, mean streets, and the violence of modern life make him one of America's most respected modern filmmakers. Scorsese studied film at New York University and got his start directing movies for producer Roger Corman. Salary according to IMDb, Hugo Cabret, $10 million. Shutter Island, $3.5 million. Gangs of New York, $6 million. Had to pay $3 million back due to budget overruns. Scorsese's net worth is an estimated $200 million. Director Martin Scorsese is paid $12.5 million for a 6-bedroom, 6,640-square-foot townhouse on Manhattan's Upper East Side. Built in 1920 and originally listed for $12.95 million, the 5-story townhouse is landmarked and has 6 baths, 2 outdoor spaces, pristine old-world detailing, according to public records and listing information. Other features include an elevator, a finished basement, a bricked garden on the first level, and an English garden on the master bedroom level. Cars you'll find in Scorsese's garage include a Pontiac Grand Prix, a Dodge Deluxe sedan, an Imperial LeBaron, a Cadillac Sedan DeVille stretch limo, a Chevrolet Impala convertible, a Ford C600, a Chrysler Newport convertible, and much more.